Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining me today in this fire ceremony. So what's the plan? What's the plan for today? Today I want to cover the topic of finding truth. So this evening, this visualization and this fire ceremony are going to be around the topic of finding our inner truth, our true self. So we are going to be doing some self-reflection. We are going to be doing a guided visualization that I'm going to be leading. And of course, we are going to end with a fire ceremony. What do you need for that? Very easy, very simple. I see very familiar faces, so I don't need to tell you, but for the ones that are new, a candle. This is the one I'm going to be using today. And some toothpicks like this are ideal, so you can burn in the fire. Small pieces of paper, what you can write and then fold and again burn in the fire. That's all you need, and your beautiful souls, of course. So let's get started. So why have I chosen the topic of finding truth? I think, I don't know about you guys, but recently with everything that's going on for me, priorities have changed a lot. And I'm finding more and more important to be true to myself, to respect what I truly believe in, even though sometimes it might not be the easier thing to do or to share, because we are used to, you know, just pleasing everyone and just try to go with the flow and don't upset everyone, you know, don't make anyone angry or things like that. And at the end of the day, that's very frustrating because we're not respecting ourselves. So I'm gonna throw a couple of questions for you to reflect on. The first one, do you listen to your true self? How often do you listen to your true self? Do you connect with your true self? Your true values, what really makes you click, what makes your heart light up, sing, your soul's purpose. How often do you listen to that? Because normally that gets a bit confused with just noise and distractions and social media, etc., etc. So one big question: how often do you listen? How do you listen to your true self? How often do you do it? How do you connect with your true self? And the second question is: what you do, your actions, your choices, your decisions, align with what you believe in, with that true self? And we're starting kind of like with a bomb here, but I think the time is right. I think now is the time to really do this work and to ask these big questions, right? Big questions, I know. So just take a few minutes to reflect on this, to get some insights. And sometimes what happens is that we know what we want to do. We know what we're here to do. We know we are connected with our soul. We listen to our soul, we listen to our higher self. But then what we do is completely different. So yeah, the first step is, do we know our true self? And the second step will be, how are we honoring it? How are we honoring it? You can write in a piece of paper if you like. I think a few people joined just now, so I'm just going to repeat briefly. We are talking about the topic of today is going to be finding our truth. And the questions we are reflecting on are, do you listen to your true self, to your soul, to your higher self? And is what you do, your actions, your choices align with that true self? I'm going to send the recording of this, so you can, if you just got here, you can spend more time later reflecting on this. And I want to guide, I want to lead a guided visualization where we are going to be expressing and talking our truth. So make yourself comfortable, sit down, lie down, whatever is comfortable for you. You can turn off the camera if you like. Make sure you don't have like your notifications, for example. Make sure that you're going to be relaxed and you're not going to be disturbed. Okay, so once you find that comfortable position, start breathing deeply and slowly. In through the nose and out through the mouth, at least a few times, to release any tension with the exhalations. Releasing any tension. And if any thoughts arise, that's okay. Just don't engage with them. Just see them going like clouds in the sky. And now we're going to do a breathing exercise, and we're going to be breathing in for 4, holding for 4, out, exhaling for 4 counts, and holding again for 4 counts. I'm going to be leading this. So when you're ready, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. And going back to the normal rhythm, deeply and slowly. And hopefully you're now in a more relaxed state. And your inhalations and exhalations are a bit longer. And from this state of relaxation, I want you to visualize yourself in a meadow It's a sunny day, it's a warm evening. The grass feels cool under your feet, and you're walking barefoot in this meadow. And at the distance, you see a mountain, a hill. And you walk towards it. And you start climbing it. Going up and up, higher and higher, higher and higher, until you reach the top of the mountain. And this peak is so high. You're so close to the sky, so close to the sky, to the heavens, to this cosmic energy. You're so close to the divine, to this place where we are all one. You could even touch it with your hands if you stretch your arm. And I want you to feel this deep connection with your soul, with your higher self. There's no one here. There are no distractions, no judgments, no one around. Just you and your higher self. Surrounded by this beautiful energy of creation. And really connect with that part of ourselves, your true self. And visualize how a torrent of white light clears and cleanses your throat chakra. This energy center in your throat. Are there any blockages? Is there any stagnant, dirty energy that needs to be cleared so you can speak your truth? Visualize all that energy being washed away and being charged with pure white light. Seeing how this chakra comes alive. It's much brighter now. You can breathe deeply and out deeply. And from here, from the top of this mountain, speak your truth to the world. You can say it mentally, you can say it out loud if that feels right for you. Speak your truth to the world. Who are you really? What are you here to do? What truth do you want to speak? What do you want to say out loud? What do you want to share with the world that you haven't been doing? Sometimes we're scared that we're going to be judged, that we're going to be rejected. There's nothing like that here. You can be just yourself. If you're receiving any insights, any advice, any messages, absorb all that information. Even if it's not taking the form of words or images yet, but just let it absorb, receive those downloads so you can integrate them and then process them later, another day when you're ready. And now visualize a torrent of white light just cleansing your whole body, helping you release anything that is not in your highest interest, anything that is ready to be released. Feeling grateful for these moments with your higher self, with this information, and start making your way back down, back to the meadow where you came from. Does it feel any different? Does the meadow look different? Is there anything different in you? Just embrace that. Just embrace that. And making your way back to the room, to the physical body. Taking a couple of deep, energizing breaths. Bringing your awareness to this session, to these beautiful people that are sharing this evening with you, and the ones who will be watching the recording. And start moving your fingers and toes slowly. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Take your time, there's no rush. And take a few moments to write down. I'm going to give a few minutes so you can write down any insights, any messages, any ideas. And while we give a bit more time for people to finish writing the the ideas. Does anyone want to share any inspiring ideas, any concerns, any questions? Just be mindful that the workshop is being recorded, and it might be, well, it is going to be shared with everyone who registered and probably uploaded to YouTube, so mind you what you disclose. You can also share in the chat if you like. That's not going to be shared with anyone.
Yeah, I got it was a beautiful meditation, thank you. So when I got to the top, for some reason I saw loads of kids like come towards me. It was really nice, happy feeling. And I connected with my higher self. And she was saying to me, like, you are a goddess. You have so many hidden talents. You are creative, artistic, a bachata teacher, a helper, a great communicator, and you're here to provide and help give messages from source. I also did the Ho'oponopono thing. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I thank you and I love you. And just to let go of my past trauma and let go of fear, let go of anything that was no longer serving me, people. Just let it all go.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. I completely agree. I couldn't agree more with your higher self and what she told you. Yeah. Beautiful. That was so beautiful.
Hi, Verónica.
Hi, Kim.
Hello, it's so good to see you again. What I got was the fact that it's okay to breathe. I'm in the United States, so it's 3 o'clock Eastern, 3:30 Eastern here. And normally during the workday, I would never take 20, 30 minutes to just sit and breathe. So that was one of the big messages I received, that it's okay to pause during a hectic day to be able to regroup. And one of the other messages I received is continue on my journey. I'm trying to determine how do I bring greater consciousness into boardrooms and ballrooms around the world. I'm in the hospitality industry, and I have the ability to engage and connect with a lot of people around the world. And how do I just make the bring up the vibration some way, some form? So,
beautiful.
being on that path.
Beautiful. And it's so true about it is okay to stop. We forget this so often. And recently, I've been learning more about dream yoga and how to get to the, well, learning more about lucid dreaming and how to interpret dreams, etc., etc. And it's funny because I have people complain that they don't remember the dreams, and I remember like every single detail of my dreams, and my dreams are, I'm always like going from here to there and seeing these people and now these other people, and I dance and I go to this event and I have lunch and I have dinner, and I'm like, so I was doing one exercise and I was saying, what is a recurring dream for you, and what is it trying to tell you? And I thought, well, I don't know, because every dream is so different. I'm always going from here to there, not stopping. I was like, oh, well, maybe that is the recurring dream, that I'm always rushing from here to there, always doing this, always. So maybe my dreams are telling me, slow down and stop. It is okay. And I think it's, a lot of people have that in common. It's something we need to, I love that you brought that up, because it's an important message. Yeah. Yeah, it is okay.
A beautiful meditation. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? Let me see, we have something in the I rolled down the mountain afterwards, so I was so joyful and light, like a kid. Oh my God, that's so amazing. I love that when you roll like that. Wow, amazing. Wonderful. Okay, guys. So yeah, I mean, so many messages, so many insights, and again, back to the question, right? Like, how are we honoring this? Maybe your soul, your higher self told you many things. How are we honoring that? How are we gonna make that happen? How are our choices and decisions and actions going to honor that? And how are we going to align our actions with what we see in the visualizations, right? We always hear these beautiful things when we are in a relaxed state. It's much easier to connect with those, with a higher guidance, with those deeper parts of ourselves. And then we go back to life, we go back to the world, and we forget about it. So yeah, let's not forget about it. It's starting from myself. This is a message also to myself. Okay, guys. So another thing, we're gonna do the fire ceremony now. But one thing I wanted to think of is when you were seeing this cleansing energy unblocking the throat chakra, was there anything that needs to be released? That's one of the main things I want you to think of for the fire ceremony. In order for me to be aligned with these messages, what do I need to let go of? What needs to go? What is no longer serving me? So let's take a couple of minutes and write just a couple of things, like just 2-3 things. And we are going to be using the fire to help us transform and release these blockages, the old, so we can make space for the new. I'm going to light up the candle actually. Okay, so we're going to start the fire ceremony. I know it sounds like something very fancy and like, oh my God, do we need a bonfire for this? Not really. A candle and a strong intention would do. That's really all you need. That's all we need. Maybe I should have said this at the beginning, so people who are new to these events understand why we're doing all this. The work I normally do, originally I started as a counselor and as a coach, and as years went by, I started moving more towards energy healing, and one of the disciplines I'm trained in is shamanic energy healing. And shamans have been using the fire for thousands of years. Fire is so powerful. It's rapid transformation. You want to destroy something, you put in the fire, it will burn into ashes in a few seconds or in a few minutes. It's rapid transformation. So we want to use this energy to help us transform and to help us release what we no longer need. The visualizations I normally guide are also based in shamanic journeying. I also combine them with Theta healing, another discipline that helps us reach the subconscious mind and get us into this Theta brain wave, so we can really access the power of the subconscious, and it helps us connect with with this energy of creation, so we can access this higher power to release, to manifest for whatever we need to, for our evolution in our life. So in the discipline I'm training from the Andes in Peru, the medicine wheel has 4 directions, and each one is represented by an animal. So we are going to bring these archetypes. That's how they create sacred space. They don't do a fire ceremony, well, they don't do anything without opening sacred space first. So we are working in this space of protection, of sacredness. We want to be mindful about what we do. We don't want to just come to the workshop and write down something, put in the fire, and then, no, we want to be intentional. We want to set a very strong intentional, and we want to connect with the forces of nature to help us be protected, be guided, and be centered and focused on our work. So what we're going to do now is I want you to extend your hands in front of you, left hand facing up, right hand facing down. And I want you to close your eyes and visualize that you are connected, that you are holding hands, and we are creating a virtual circle. So someone will have their right hand on top of your left hand, and you will have your right hand on top of someone's left hand. And we can make it as powerful as if it were in person. So feeling the connection with the group, like we had a bonfire in the middle. You can even feel the warmth. And we're going to call in these forces, these archetypes, so we are protected and we create this sacred space for a fire ceremony. Starting with the south. In the south, we have the serpent, and the serpent helps us release the old. The serpent sheds the skin in one go, gracefully, smoothly. And that's what we want to have. That's what we want to do. We want to have that healing energy, that wisdom with us. The West is represented by the Jaguar. And the Jaguar teaches fearlessness. The Jaguar has no predators in the jungle, so it has no fear. It has nothing to fear. It goes deep into the jungle, the deepest, the darkest points where no one would dare to go. We want that energy. We want that energy present with us. We want to be fearless. We want to be able to go deep within ourselves, so we can access, so we can heal our deepest wounds, and also so we can access our greatest treasures. In the north, we have the hummingbird. The hummingbird is this tiny bird that flies all the way from Brazil to Canada every single year, just because it's his purpose. He's not scared. He's not thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do with these tiny little wings? No, he just does it. It just goes. So you want that energy of embracing, of following our purpose without fear. Without asking, oh, is it too dangerous? Maybe tomorrow. No, I'm not ready today. Maybe tomorrow. No, let's just go. We want that energy with us. In the east, we have the eagle, the place of the rising sun. And we're going to ask the eagle to spread its wings in our hearts so we can elevate ourselves and see things with perspective, so we can overcome any obstacles. The eagles can see all the small details, but they can also see the big picture. And sometimes we get stuck in the details, we get stuck in our daily routine. Now we want to see things, the big picture. We want to see things with perspective, and we want to elevate ourselves so we can be as close to the Great Spirit as we can. And on top of the 4 directions, we have Mother Earth, we have Pachamama, sending us this beautiful, healing, nurturing energy. The stones, the plants, the animals, the oceans, the skies, the forests. So we want to feel embraced by her. We want to be grounded and connected with her. And finally, we have the heavens, we have the sky, we have this cosmic energy. The energy of creation, you can call it, the shamans call it Great Spirit, you can call it God, you can call it the divine, you can call it the one source. It doesn't really matter. It's that place where we are all one. We are all one, where everything is possible, where everything that is pure divine white light. And now that we have created this beautiful sacred space with all these archetypes, you can open your eyes. And you can get your toothpicks or your pieces of paper. Be creative. Whatever works for you. You can write it down in a piece of paper. If you want to just connect with your right brain and just blow whatever emotions come up, whatever, just blow it. Maybe you don't want to think too much about it. Just whatever comes up, just blow it. Anything that might be stopping us from speaking our truth, from being aligned with our true selves. Anything else that is ready to be released, any intentions that you want to set for this month ahead, anything that comes to mind, really. Don't think too much about it. Anything that comes to mind, just write it down or blow it and burn it in the candle. If you have a smoke plate like this where you can just leave it burning so you don't burn your fingers like I do every single time I do a fire ceremony. I don't know how I do it. I always manage to burn myself. I don't know how I do it. Take your time. I'm going to leave a few minutes. And this is something you can do anytime you need it. It doesn't need to, I mean, it takes 10 minutes. It takes 10 minutes to breathe a couple of times, maybe to do the 4-4-4-4 breathing we've done, to calm the mind, to come to the present moment, set some intentions, do a bit of self-reflection, connect with yourself, and whatever comes up, put it in the fire. Maybe say a prayer, maybe do a bit of meditation, maybe do some journaling afterwards. You can take as little as 10 minutes. And this is so powerful. This is just so powerful. So don't think that it needs to be a special occasion or a special event to do this. Every day is a perfect day. So this is a tool you have to use whenever you want. And of course, if we gather around the fire all together in person, it would be so powerful and it would be great, right? It would be amazing. And we will do that. We will do that as well. We will do that as well. Actually, I've been doing it for my neighbors. We have beautiful communal gardens, and oh my God, it's great. It's really, really great. But yeah, I mean, any conditions, don't think that it has to be perfect or there has to be a big event for it to be powerful. You can make it powerful with your intention. So I'm just going to ask you one more thing, which is to think about 2 or 3 small actions that you can start doing tonight. Okay, tomorrow. Well, for the people who are in the US, you still have a few hours left in the day, so you can start today. For people in Europe, it's like 9 p.m., 10 p.m. already, so we're a bit tired already. Okay, if you're in Europe, then you can start tomorrow. 2, 3 actions, even if it's the smallest thing that you can start doing to bring your actions, your experiences, your decisions in alignment with your true self. Just a couple of things. Just write it down, set a reminder for the rest of the week. Was in the chat. The circle felt great. Oh yeah, I loved it. I did it. I agree. They feel great. See, we're not even together, but we can feel like we're holding hands and like we have this group energy. Like we can do it with our minds. It's amazing. I'm so glad you liked it, guys. Really glad you enjoyed it. Okay, so with that piece of homework that I always like to leave there, take it or leave it, only do it if it resonates with you. But I find that if you are committed from personal experience and with my clients, if you are committed and if you decide to take action, even if it's the smallest thing, the universe hears you, the universe sees you, and it helps you because you are committed to your path. So it doesn't need to be anything. You don't need to put your life upside down, just small things to give a hint that you are following your path, you're on the right track. So again, does anyone want to share anything, any ideas, any questions? Happy to listen to you guys. Okay, so that was all from me today. I hope you enjoyed it and you liked it. I'm going to start doing more events like this. I'm still not sure about the format, but definitely I'm going to be, I don't know if I would maybe do like live videos on YouTube or record them with shorter, you know, like meditations, lots of visualizations like these, fire ceremonies. So you should. I'm here to serve you guys. So if you say this is what we need, I'm gonna be here for you. I'm here to serve you. So ask for what you need and you will be given. I promise. So yeah, I mean, if you're in my list, I will send you reminders whenever there's a new event or I upload a video, anything like that. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. My website is veronica-moreno.com. You can register there. You can have a look at what I do. And yeah, reach out to me. I mean, I read all the emails, so let me know. I'm just gonna have a quick look at the chat. The fifth chakra was the one to work with. I had a feeling that, I don't know why, actually this visualization kind of came to me out of nowhere while I was having a bath and with one of the magical products I have, which I will talk about in later videos. And it came to me that it had to be like that it had to be about truth and that it had to be about the fifth chakra. So again, I'm just following orders here from from the guidance above. So good to hear that that someone needed it. Thank you guys. Thank you everyone. The simplicity, yeah, it doesn't need to be something like really complicated or really, you know, extravagant. Yeah, sometimes the simpler actions, if it's with intention, wow, they can be so powerful. Yeah. Andy, yeah, you finally managed to to join. Yeah, so glad you're here. Okay, guys, so like I said, be in touch. Reach out to me if you have any question. If you're not in my email list, go to my website and subscribe so you find out more about future events, videos, content, etc. And in the meantime, take care and see you soon. Much love to you all. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.